Good afternoon. My name is Oluwachi Melda. I'm from Group 5, and we've been working on AgGenius applet. High rises in temperatures, changes in soil pH, fluctuations in the precipitation, and severe insect and pest attacks are some of the major contributors to low yields among indigenous vegetable farmers. AgGenius, we offer a platform where the farmer interacts with a specific agricultural expert. The farmer describes the problem based on their best understanding. You can decide to upload the problem, send an image or a video of the problem. We ensure that farmers get real-time solution to their problem. We also ensure that they get all the available varieties of the clones with better adaptive features. This will save them time and ensure. This will save them time and ensure. This will save them time and ensure that they have real-time solution at an instant. How does AgGenius work? AgGenius has two tabs, the Farmer's tab and the Expert tab. On the Farmer's tab, there are three tabs. The first tab is View Previously Solved Solution, write a solution, upload an image or a video of the solution. Each solution has a specific ID. So to make it easier for the farmer to view the solution, it's posted by the expert. Once this problem is posted by the farmer, if the problem is not on the listed problems, then the expert will get a notification, who will in turn get back to the farmer. Our future projections. So far, we've worked on the farmer's tab, but given a chance, we would like to work on the video conferencing part, where the farmer can make a video call if he needs a specific solution or if the solution provided are not clear. We'll also work on the notification tab and also ensure that the farmer can upload the video or the image. Our team composed of 3 developers, 1 engineer, and 1 agri-specialist. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Franklin Adede. Actually, I'm me and other 2 developers are the one who created the system. Now on the first page, when the farmer visits our app and comes into our section, the first feature that the farmer will see are the problems for him to read and go through if the problem matches what he or she has. Then he or she can view the solutions. Like example here, if this problem, the first problem, matches what the farmer is experiencing, you can click the view solution button. Then he gets the solution. So far, there's only one solution. But if the farmer or any other person feels that the solution is not enough, he or she can add. The expert can also add the solution through this text box over here. For example, the specialist can come and add another solution to the aphid test and post. Well, then when someone comes and views the solution, he'll get the posted solution, which is spray chemicals here. Thank you. And also, the farmer can upload a a solution. I mean a problem over here, problem title. Let's say diseases. Thank you. Leave what? And then post the solution. Post the problem. Now, when he comes to view the problem, sorry, let's just a moment. Just a moment for the app to load and view the problem the farmer has just posted right now. So when the farmer posts the problem, when you give him more time, we'll add the notification feature where the farmer, the problem, when the problem is uploaded, the farmer, the experts will receive notification that there is a problem to be solved. And when they come and visit the app and see the problem, they can solve it. Just a moment. I'm sorry about that. Just a little technical difficulties. You see, the uploaded problem has now come in the problems area, and when an expert comes and sees the problem over here, he can again solve it. That's a wrap.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Yes, this is AgFuture, taking agriculture to the next step. We want to transform agriculture by providing information to all stakeholders and expanding market for indigenous vegetables through our applet, that is the Vegetable Growth Process Progress Tracking applet. Many buyers for indigenous vegetables lack a lot of information about the production of the vegetables, that is how, where, and when they were produced. And indigenous vegetable farmers don't have able reach to larger markets, and through this applet, we are going to let them have a larger market. Buyers are exploited due to lack of information. Since we are dealing with indigenous vegetables, most of the information is not available online, and not many people have information. So with our applets, we are going to make the indigenous vegetables known in the online platform, in the online world. So our app allows farmers to post various stages of the vegetables growth cycle, that is from planting, budding, harvesting, flowering, up to even storage, and also to the selling process. This information will be provided to all stakeholders, that is by the events of the farmer, updating us on the stage of production. Now the buyers are able to know how, where, and when the produces are available and their produce. Producers will also provide a platform where they can post their products And this will make them visible to buyers, and this will increase the scope and to anyone who can access the app. This is a reliable record keeping for farmers because they can track the progress of their vegetables from the app, and they can know for the next time when they want to plant, they can know the quantity they have produced, sold, the time it has taken them to produce. And also for the buyers, they can relate and see the information from the farmer's profile. So our product has these features. It's a vegetable growth progress tracking applet. So it will have product posting, product marketing, product rating, product tracking. And this is how it is going to work with two types of users, that is farmer and a buyer. So for the farmer, he is going to proceed and create an account. Once he has created an account, he or she has created an account, he's going to post a product. The posting product from planting, preparing, then all the process updating the product when harvesting, and finally sell. On the buyer side, the buyer will visit the marketplace, track the product, contact the seller, and buy. And finally, there will be the aspect of rating when the product reaches the customer or buyer. So why us? We are not only an e-commerce platform. Our applet is unique in that the buyers are able to know where the vegetables come from, how they were produced, and the period it has taken through tracking what the farmers post at every stage. This is very critical for in the current environment we are living right now. Also, the farmers have a ready market since the buyers are able to track and plan before the product is ready for harvesting. So what we track to do, we will get paid through transaction generated from sales. We'll have opportunities to scale up and establish collection points for easy accessibility and market linkages. We also want to scale up beyond the current scope by diversifying. That is through partnership with various stakeholders like supermarkets. So far, we are not that much behind. We have traction from the already existing AgChain app, which is in use. We have a very good able team led by Jim Muguna, the lead developer. We have Wendy Kimani, the chief strategist. We have public relation, Peter Karaoke, and Okumu Ann, our information manager, and Gacha Brian, the project manager. So the investment required, for now we need smartphones, internet data, and in future when scaling up, the investment will be required, will be permits, rents, equipments, such as fridge and computers for the collection points and the market leakages points. The Ag future relation coverage is funding, branding, provision of more information and credible relation with other stakeholders. Help us make a difference. The time to transform agriculture is now. Now let's go to our applet.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Jim Muguna, the developer for Group 7. So I'm going to show you a brief demonstration of some of the functionalities in our application. So our application basically has two major tabs, the products, my products tab, and the marketplace tab. So my products tab is ideally the main tab for the farmer, or in our case the producer, and then the marketplace tab is where all products that have been posted by different farmers can be viewed by potential buyers or potential consumers. So in my products tab, every farmer will be able to view the products that they have posted in the platform. So the farmer can post a new product. For them to post a new product, they will require to give the product name. This will be limited to maybe the products that AgUnity have agreed on. Then they can choose the stage that that current product is in. For example, maybe it's the planting stage or the budding stage, flowering, or even harvesting, or the product has been already harvested as is in the storage stage. Of course, they have to select the date of that particular stage so that the consumer can be able to tell, like, this product was planted on this date or harvested on this date. Yeah. Other information include the quantity of the product available. This is just an estimation because we have different varieties of products, and it is quite difficult to like tell the quantity of the product before you have harvested. So maybe during the planting stage, you can just estimate the quantity in terms of acreage of your land size and such. Also, the price is going to be an estimation, and then you have to give us the location, the county. Based on the county that you select, let's say, for example, you select Nakuru County, then you have to select sub-counties within the counties that you have selected. And then the important point, okay, you can provide any other information because our app is supposed to help farmers market their products. You can use the input area for any other information. Maybe the farmer decides that for any consumer, maybe within Nakuru County, they want to do maybe free deliveries. Then you can indicate there. And then the most important part is where you have to take the photo of your products at that particular stage. So the post button cannot be activated until you take a photo of your products at that particular stage. So if I click on that camera icon there, it will fire up the camera on your phone, and then you'll be able to take the photo of that particular stage, and then now you can post the product. Go back. Yeah.
1 minute left.
Okay, I'll try and hurry up. Okay. Also, every farmer will be able to update their product. So maybe your product was in the planting stage and now it has reached the harvesting stage. You go to update product. You select the stage and the date of the stage. Also, you take a photo of that particular stage, and then you can update your item. So for consumers will only be able to access the marketplace, and they'll be able to track, if a product pleases them, they can be able to track the progress of that product, and they will be receiving notifications for whenever the producer updates their products. So the reason why we decided to create an update a track feature is because from the data that were given is that every consumer is willing to pay 5 to 30 shillings more if they have more information about a particular product. And so we thought that this will do a farmer good because of course it increases their profit. So once the consumer clicks on a particular product, if the stage of the product is in a ready stage, they can be able to buy that product. If not, they can be able to follow the product and receive updates whenever the producer updates the products. And of course, after they have bought the product, they can be able to rate the consumer. Thank you very much.
Our idea, our idea is, sorry, I'll start again. This is Group 3, Alliance Ag Forum. I will present to you our problem. And as you can see from the slides I'm sharing, there is ineffective communication among farmers of indigenous vegetables and their specialists. This leads to a number of challenges in the activities, and one of them is acquiring of advisory services on improved farming techniques from agricultural practitioners. That is one challenge. There is also a challenge of difficulties in accessing market linkages for the farmers. Farmers are not able to link up with other farmers to be able to expand their market scope. Another problem is that farmers find it difficult to communicate with fellow farmers and get to learn from each other. They do not have a forum where they can be able to share ideas. And this moves us to the solution we are posing. We have developed an applet that will provide a platform, a forum, where farmers will be able to interact amongst themselves by posting questions, posting challenges they may face, posting signs of infection in their farms, on their crops, and they are able to receive solutions from fellow farmers on that forum. And also there is another forum where they're able to share the same problems on a forum where there is experts, and these are the agricultural extensionists who will be able to come in also with their expertise, information and solutions to the posted problems. Through the platform, farmers will as well improve their social networks because they'll be able to communicate with each other regardless of their geographical location. For the extension officers, we are going to reduce the workload given to the extension officers, where they do not have to go ahead and plan for the regular meetings and to go into all the expenses and to waste the time to plan, and also to keep the farmers in waiting to receive the responses and the solutions to their problems. Also, it will allow equal chance of information flow, access to each gender. We realize that in places where the distribution of farmers is equally distributed among the genders, they will be able to access, each gender will be able to access information regardless. There will be no barriers, because as long as you have the applet and you have your smartphone, you're able to access any kind of information. And also in a population where most of the vegetable farmers are the female gender, you realize that they are not limited. They'll access the information freely by just a click on the applet. Why choose Ag Forum? A consensus exists that the extension services, if functioning effectively, improve agricultural productivity through providing farmers with information that helps them to optimize their use of limited resources. Ag Forum is allowing the farmers to have all the information they require at any time. Also guidance on new farming methods and solutions to infection of diseases and pests. Also, statistics survey that 60% of the extensionist officers often use regular meetings as a means of communication. They have to plan for the meetings and come in personally to address the challenges that have been posed. And also another 35% plan for personal or individual contact meetings with the farmers. Ag Forum still comes in, and it will reduce the workload, as I've stated earlier in the solutions, for the extensionists, by allowing these extensionists to be able to respond to all the challenges that are being faced by farmers that may be common, instead of organizing for individual visits, which may take a lot of time and also may be consuming in terms of finances on the side of the extensionists. So this platform will allow them to respond to all the challenges and to provide other new inputs and technology to be used on the farm, all at a go. The team behind this great innovation is a team of 6. We have 2 developers, Felix Orinda, Elga Mokaya. We have the agricultural experts, Brenda Mukami, Marcelina Mwende, Kudrat Mohammed, and myself. I'm Makana Donald, and I'm the marketer. I believe that is all. I'll move on now to the chief developer. Thank you for your time.
Good evening. So my name is Felix Ochieng Orinda, the co-developer with the assistance of Elga Mokaya. So the solution we've given there. So let me just load the app so that I can show you what we have. So based on statistics in Kenya, I tried to look for some forums where farmers can share information. I found none. Most of them just have junk text, which do not help farmers in any way. So why not create a platform where, because we know very well that a problem you may have an immediate neighbor who may have a better solution of doing the same, of helping you, okay? So with the help of blockchain technology and the emerging Web3, where we decentralize information, I believe that AgUnity, building with the blockchain technology, if our farmers come to our forum, they'll find a farmers forum where farmers pose questions to fellow farmers, okay? So they have read-write permission on their farmers forum, but there's a tab for expert forum where we filter feeds of questions that farmers post into the system. So for the farmers forum, you'll be able to write, okay? So there's an add button just below. You'll type your question title, which shall be indexed so that we can search for questions. Are you able to see my screen? Yeah, so you can put the question title, which can help us in filtering the questions. Then the question body, which now you explain whatever you want to post, okay? So when you click the post button, it should post. So based on the time we had, so we are only able to build the layout and some very few solutions into the system. So when you post, it should come up, and the latest questions should come up first, okay? So like for here, we have how to make hay. I have just some dummy text there just for making a placeholder of whatever the farmer may want to explain. So we have view answers. So if you click view, there should be some drop-down text which should give you a list of solutions that might have been posted. Then you can close. As a farmer, you can also add an answer, of which that part we've not written yet. So if you go to the expertise forum, being that we are using farmers side, we are not able to use the user profile of the app. So we just added this tab. So if you come to the expertise forum, you can only view answers, but you're not supposed to post anything. So you cannot add something. You can just post your question, but it's read-only. The solutions are read-only, okay? So that now distinguishes solutions that the extension or the expertise can provide. So how does this help the farmers? Let's take, for instance, now this is Kenya, and the AgUnity app is deployed such that it runs in like 300 countries, or just let's say just 5. So problems that you may face as a Kenyan farmer may be faced by someone who is in Rwanda. Okay? So if you sync your app with the blockchain technology, if the information is decentralized but is accessible to everyone, you can easily get solutions on how other farmers from different countries also do their make their solutions. Okay. Then you have control on the information you can post into the system, because we won't bloat the system for the expertise. Let's take, for instance, we have, let's say, like a WhatsApp message. Let's say in the forum for farmers, you usually find like 200 texts, okay? So you can't read all the questions. So if you go to the expertise forum, you can only get very few questions with a few answers. So it will be filtered to answer only questions according to however the expertise may have a better solution based on whatever they know in their field. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Elvis Omondi. I'm going to take you through our project, our applet. This is group 1. So there's this say that people say that know me, I know you, and we move far. One thing that has made me very much pleasant even to this particular app that we are going to develop is that last year when we were at home during the Corona holiday, we were engaging some farming practices with our family members, and we were engaging in the planting of the spider plant. And at the time of harvest, we had this particular challenge that where should we sell to our farmers? And again, at the time of harvest, there couldn't be sufficient production according to what we expected. So the question which I was challenged with, maybe as a student, that my parent asked me that where then can we access the market? Then what is the next thing that we can do in order to improve the productivity of our spider plant? Again, who can also help me or help us to improve the production of this particular spider plant? One thing I came to realize that the productivity of the land that we were using to produce the spider plant had gone low, and that one contributed greatly even to the low output of the spider plant. So our app is going to help us to link the farmers, or to network the farmers with all other actors in the value chain. And these actors include people like the buyers. We have the agrovet service, agrovet operators. We also have the riders or the transporters. We have the extension officers. So we are going to provide a contact whereby when a farmer is faced with a similar challenge that we are faced with, he or she can get into their applet and find the contacts of these particular actors in the value chain and get to communicate with them for the transaction to be completed. So some of the problems that we are trying to solve is that there's a lack of network between farmers and buyers. Farmers lack linkages to farming input providers and extension officers. Farmers do not have convenient and reliable means of transporting their products to the market. Farmers have no say also in their farming and in their product prices. So these are the challenges that we are going to try to help the farmers solve as we are aiming at finding the particular or helping the farmers and all other actors in the chain to find the contacts to each other, and they can be able to communicate. Then the solution to the above named challenges, one is that when there is going to be a wider market for farmers, since they can easily contact potential buyers, and also the buyers themselves, they can also know where to access the farmers for them to make an order for the products that they desire to use. Then the farmers are also able to access high quality inputs, since that they are going to be connected to the agrovet providers who are operating in some of the products such as the fertilizers, chemicals, plus the seeds which are used by the farmers in their productive activities. On the same side, we find that when these particular agrovets provide their details or the contact in this particular app, they are too going to benefit from the usage of this particular app, since that they are going to have a wider access to the market to reach more and more farmers, even to make the sales of the products that they have in their store. The farmers are also going to be able to understand better the market. How better is the market performing? Who pays me what and at a what price? Then afterwards, I as a farmer, I can be able to rate this is a best buyer, or I as a buyer can be able to rate this is a best producer of this particular indigenous vegetable, for instance, the spider plant, and so on. The farmers are going to be able to get a reliable information, from the agricultural extension officers, maybe to improve on what best agricultural practices they can be able to use to improve the productivity. Farmers are also going to be able to get access to reliable and convenient means of transportation, being that also we expect the riders also to provide their contacts, and a question of where, which the farmers might sometimes have, or the buyers themselves can have, who should transport my products to the particular destination that I want. Then that one is going to be sorted, being that the contacts are going to be provided, even together with the location of these particular riders, and they can be able to access the market in time. Then why is our applet useful? Our applet is going to be useful in the following ways. It facilitates access to contacts of different actors within the chain. So you can easily get the contact of one player and another, get to communicate with each other, also to complete the transaction. Geographical location. I can be able to know where each and every farmer is located in that particular aspect. Then the farmer can be notified on the order which has been placed by a buyer. You get that a buyer who needs particular product that you produce, you will be able to make an order, and you as a farmer, you will be able to see the notification in this particular app on who has made an order of the product you produce. Then it answers traceability of the product within the value chain. You can be able to trace who produces what, then who buys what, and who sells what. So generally, our growth strategy is that we have a plate is going to provide room for one to post products, maybe linking the farmers and all other people to international markets where they can sell. So I'm going to give time to our developers also to take us through what the applet really entails.
Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Christine, and I'm the lead dev for the group, and I'm going to take you through the application functionality. Okay. So after a user logs into the application, they're going to find a list of other users who are online at that current moment, and we give them access to a filter. For example, if you're looking for a farmer, you have an option to select farmer, and the filter will only give you farmers. If you need buyers for your product, you can filter the buyers, and the list will only give you buyers who are online. It will do the same with riders and also the service providers. So in the list, you are able to save a user. If you save a user, a notification is going to pop up on that user's system, and they will be asked either to reject the save or to accept the save. That is for security, because after a save, somebody is able to access the other person's contact. So also when you come to the list, you have the view. This one allows you to view a user's information. If that person is saved, then you can contact that person. Also, if you have a transaction, then you will have the opportunity to rate that person. Below you can see the details of the person. For example, about me, a short description about the person and the location. Also, you'll be able to see the reviews of other parties, the reviews that other people have placed onto that person. So another functionality of the application is the map, where you are able to look for parties that are in a specific, you are able to look for people who are in specific locations. For example, currently we are in Njoro. You are able to search for Njoro, and you will see different parties that are located in Njoro. We use different coloring for different parties. For example, green for farmers, red for riders, and blue for the service providers. Another functionality is on the calls, where we have integrated, you can be able to, in the contact, you can be able to call somebody whom you have saved, and you guys can be able to interact. Yes, thank you.
So we look at training farmers and other actors on how to use the applet in order to maximize their utility. Then we are also looking forward to introduce blockchain in the, let's say because whatever we are doing we are in the value chain. So for example, we are linking, let's say, the farmers and the buyers. What we can have something like smart contracts, which can be able to track orders. If an order is not of quality, the smart contract will be able to revert the order and all that. But that is in the future use. Another thing we are looking at is, let's say, in terms of information, we can look at the farmer, let's say, can pay a small subscription fee. We can have commissions for the transactions done. And these transactions can be distance-based for the, let's say, for the riders and all that. Then also we are looking into, let's say, connecting the farmers and the let's say, the extension officers. Let's say they can share videos in the contact. We are looking to, let's say, building a content delivery network where we can store those let's say, images of the, let's say, the diseases and all that. And also in the to finish up in the transportation, I looked at it where we looked at the smart contracts and the event sourcing. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Our idea is on AgroBook. AgroBook is a digital tool that keeps records of all the African indigenous vegetable sales transactions made by the farmers. And this app works once a transaction is made. That is when the farmer has been able to sell her produce or his produce to the clients. Immediately after transaction, that's when he or she now uploads the transaction in this app. It helps to retain control over revenues earned from the sales of the vegetables. So our idea on AgroBook came from the fact that there is poor financial record keeping. That is from the research that was done in Kakamega. Around 78% of the farmers, of the indigenous vegetable farmers, do not keep records. And this really created a huge concentration on developing the record keeping feature. One of the major problems that faces farmers once they don't keep record is that they're not able to access loans. Mostly when a farmer applies for a loan, they're supposed to get security. And since they don't have the records of their sales, they cannot be able to give security to these banks. Another issue is that there is over expenditure. Since there is no tracking of the sales that are made, once they make their transaction, that is once they get the cash, they can end up using their cash in other things, since they're not recording whatever they are selling. Another issue is that they are not able to trace their losses, so there is lack of traceability in the farm. And the last one is that since they do not have this financial record app,
there is poor decision making in the farm, and all these factors will lead to closure of the farm indefinitely, since they cannot be able to track how their financial cash flow is taking place. So the question we're asking ourselves is, why AgriBook? Why do we need this feature in this application? The first one is that it enables an efficient way to allocate resources. That is, during budgeting, it will be easy to allocate what can be required for the inputs, what can be required for the fertilizers. The other issue is that it serves as a collateral for security. That is, as a small-scale farmer, one of the major challenges is that they are not able to access finances. And with this feature, they can be able to go get loans, since it keeps all the tracks of the financial cash flow. The other issue is that it enables the evaluation of the farm performances. With this feature, they can be able to check what is being sold. If it is the managus, they can be able to see, like, in this month I sold managus for this price, and for saga I sold for this price. So if managus sales are high, I'll reduce on growing saga and start growing more managus. The other issue is that it allows proper planning and making future projections. That is, in these transactions, you can be able to see how much you're making, so you can be able to predict on future expansions in the farm. So now I'll give an opportunity to a developer to explain more about this application.
Okay, my name is Brian Omondi, and I'm going to take you through the application. So just as Winnie has just said, our application, AgriBook, it's mainly farmer-centric. So we are keeping records about the farmers. Like for now, we've just implemented the feature to track all the revenue streams that are coming to the farmer. But we are going to also add an expense tracker, and maybe add some visualization software into it. Okay, now I think if you could see my screen, this is our homepage, where now the farmer has already gotten a customer and he wants to sell a particular product. Now the farmer will click on sell. Then in this example, I chose Kuma. I know it's not really indigenous, but it's quite common around here. So after choosing your vegetable of choice, maybe you agreed on an arbitrary quantity with your customer, you as the farmer. You can enter that and the price that you had agreed on. Now, using that details, you'll just complete the transactions, and we are able to store it on the local storage. We had also capitalized on some existing softwares that came with the applet. So we use the applet API service to kind of add our products and store the transactions inside. So if I take it to the next slide, or the next tab, the farmer is able to see a list of the past transactions that the farmer had already made. Yeah, thank you. That's like a brief walkthrough of the application. Any questions?